A new Inside the Vault article has just dropped, and I want to talk about it, because it's actually a very short one, but it has 3 key points, all of which are incredibly important to the game, and will bring in... I was going to say huge changes, it's not necessarily huge changes, but it's very important stuff we all need to know about. So, they say, in this edition of Inside the Vault, we're sharing a look at an upcoming change for public events in patch 14. So coming patch 14, there's going to be a few changes, don't ask about the voice. First up is increased public event frequency. So in the last patch, we had public events happen, or some events change to public events, where you get the notification about them. I talked about it all in a video. They're like world broadcast, you get a bonus information, you can travel to them for free. Problem was, they happen like about once an hour, you'd get like 20 odd a day, it felt like. It really wasn't that much. It was a long wait between them, and if you had something like tea time occur, then all of a sudden it was like, oh okay, I guess we're not getting any half-decent events for another hour, so no farming uranium fever or anything fun like that. They have said in this Inside the Vault that it can make the wait between public events feel too long, especially if a previous event ended early due to failure. So apparently there was a set time at where it was supposed to end where the timer would start up, so yeah, really sucks. And they've got a quote here: with patch 14 we're going to significantly reduce the cooldown so that you can join public events more often. Events vary in terms of length and difficulty, and so we can't predict exactly how long the time will be in all cases, but you should notice public events popping up at least twice as quickly after patch 14. So, basically, twice the number of public events. Definitely a good change. I'm glad they're getting to this fairly quickly, because that was a bit of a pain. Events are pretty much the lifeblood of this game, so the fact that they're making them more frequent on the public events, which was a good idea of a change, but the problem was they were just too few and far between, so this should fix it and make the game a lot more fun to play for everyone. And they've also put that they're planning more extensive improvements for public events, with a second phase of changes coming at some point. And they mentioned that it'll be changes to rewards and loot based on how well you perform and all of that kind of stuff. And also some additional adjustments for this cooldown in phase 2, but they don't give any details, which is a bit annoying. They're just like, and we're going to change more stuff at some point in the future. Who knows what? Who knows when? Nobody. Anyway, that's it for public events, which is like the big, super positive part. Yeah, definitely needed. Survival mode. You remember the survival mode beta? Came out a while ago. I've made a few videos on it. I ended up not liking it too much. But, you know, this kind of thing happens. It's cancelled. It's gone. Farewell survival mode. It's left. This is actually how I learned about the Inside the Vault, because my Twitter notifications aren't working right now. Someone on the Appalachian Discord server, who was it? It was Sage. He was just like, oh, rest in peace survival mode. And I was like, oh, survival one's going, is it? Thinking he was joking or just annoyed that someone had killed him in survival. No, they're getting rid of it. We have decided to disable the survival mode beta on October 1st. So you've got about a week and a half left to play survival mode if you want to play it. And then it's just gone, completely. Now, the reasoning behind this is there is a PvP mode now in Nuclear Winter, which is a bit more balanced and exciting, and there's the standard adventure mode, which is the base mode of the game. I'd been saying for a long time that survival mode was just too similar to adventure mode. I made a video a while back talking about ways to improve survival mode, and I asked survival mode players to ask what they'd like to see for it to be improved, because it's always been a case of it's just adventure mode with PvP, really. It's not significantly different enough to merit its own mode in its current stage, and it looks like they're just kind of scrapping it now that Nuclear Winter's here with its own PvP, which is more popular than the survival mode. There's not enough survival mode players, they're getting rid of it. Apparently, this is going to not have any effect on adventure mode or Nuclear Winter, so if you're a survival mode player who enjoys PvPing, I really struggle to not say griefing there, but if you enjoy like engaging in combat but don't like Nuclear Winter, then you're probably not going to be able to do that too much in adventure mode, except for at workshops. I imagine in adventure mode, if you take a workshop after October 1st, a lot higher chance you're going to be killed. I think that's just going to be the nature of it now. Hopefully this will mean higher player numbers in both adventure mode and Nuclear Winter, as the game had 3 modes, player base split between all 3 of them. Now it would just be the player base split between adventure mode or Nuclear Winter, so a PvE mode or a PvP mode. I am much happier to see that myself. it would have been nice if survival mode could have been adapted to be something better, but there wasn't enough happening with it. The player base seemed to be dwindling for it constantly. I know plenty of reports of people talking about the fact there was just one server they could get into in survival mode, and it seemed that there were no others. And the few times someone got into another server, it was completely empty. I know when I played the odd time here and there, it was generally either empty or just a constant kill feed, where it was the PvP server where people were just constantly killing each other one after another in just endless death loops. It never felt like it got the support it needed and didn't go through the changes it needed. It just kind of got dumped as, here's a way to placate all the aggressive PvP players and stop them messing up people's days in adventure mode. And now the Nuclear Winter is doing pretty well with an awesome Morgantown map. I'm just going to quickly say, Morgantown is amazing. Like, it's way better than the previous Flatwoods map. I love it. Really good. I've got some nice games in there before. But yeah, now that there's both of those modes, which have had a lot of improvements to them, survival mode is a bit surplus to requirements, so it is going. I've actually just finished recording this episode and realised I didn't touch on the fact that survival mode has the weekly weapons. I am slightly concerned they might remove the weekly weapons entirely. After all, they have been doing repeats for 4 months or something now. But I would like to see the weekly weapons just switch to adventure mode, because I feel they were something beneficial, they just needed more people making different weekly weapons. But that's it, just a small little segment back to what I said the first time round. Do feel free to let me know how many of you in the comments or watching are survival mode players, because I know that a lot of the community won't really care about this, to be honest, but I know a lot of people who are also very passionate about playing in survival mode, so it's going to be interesting to see what exactly the reaction is and how much backlash there will be. Now, the final part of the Inside the Vault, as I say it's a fairly short one, is Onward to Meat Week, where there has been the Scorchbeast Slaying Challenge, where the community has already slayed over 400,000 Scorchbeasts, and it was a case of slay 100,000 and the Meat Weekend will occur, and if you slay 500,000 as a stretch goal, you get the full Meat Week experience, starting on September 26th. And if we get 500,000, which it looks like we're going to, because I think there's a week or something left to get this done, we've got a reasonable amount of time to kill 100,000 more Scorch Beasts, then it'll be September 26th till October 3rd. Even if by some miracle the community doesn't manage to kill another 100,000 Scorch Beasts, which it's going to happen, it would only be till September 30th. Either way, Meat Week is coming back. I already have a couple of videos on that, and I'll be joining in with that again. Might do a live stream or something of it. Who knows? And additionally, there were a couple of other stretch goals, which was the Scorchbeast player icon and curly bun hairstyle, which have of course both been unlocked, and they will be found in the Atom Shop starting on September 24th and available until October 21st. So almost a full month to unlock those. When it says they're in the Atomic Shop, I'm really hoping they're free in the Atomic Shop, because if the stretch goals were just for us to unlock the ability to pay for them, that'd be annoying. But I imagine they will be free, and I'm guessing Bethesda was just going to put them in as paid items if the stretch goal wasn't met. But I will say, I really like the fact there's been this community goal. I have not helped one bit, I've realised. I've been busy with Borderlands 3. I think I had like a day or two where the stretch goal started before BL3 was out, and I didn't end up fighting a Scorch Beast, I don't think. I might have killed one, actually. Maybe in Melee Madness, I'm not sure. But, man, it was cool to see. And there's obviously the next stretch goal is going to be to kill Scorched. It'll be 8 million of, I believe, which will be after Meat Week. So yeah, I'm liking the community events. I think it's a very good thing for this game, and I want more of them in the future. Anyway, that is it for this video. It was, as I say, a relatively short Inside the Vault, but I wanted to talk about it, like touch base with Fallout after doing a lot of Borderlands 3 content, and get what everyone's opinions and stuff are. Do feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. This is something I think is worth discussing. The public events, Meat Week, and Survival Mode going away are all pretty big news dumps. I will be leaving the Inside the Vault also in the description. Give the video a like if you enjoyed all the standard stuff. And let me know if there's anything else in 76 you want me to cover right now, because there's a bit of a transitional stage. I'll be having an update video out in a couple of days, a channel update going through all of that stuff, but for now, I just want to thank you all very much for watching. Sarge out.